boys and girls. I hope you're ready for another story. This story was one of my favorites when I was about your age. It's called Christina Katerina and the Box. Now, it doesn't sound real exciting, but it's very exciting. And the best part is, I know you can't get out and play with all your friends right now, but this may give you some ideas of things you can do. If mommy or daddy or grandma or grandpa or someone ordered from Amazon and got a box, because grown-ups order from Amazon a lot, so there might be a box. Okay, Christina Katerina and the Box. Look at this. There we go. There's our pictures. I'm going to move myself over to the side a little bit. There you go. So you can see pictures. Christina Katerina liked things. Tin cups and old dresses, worn out ties and empty boxes. Any of those things, but mostly boxes. Hat boxes, bakery boxes with see-through lids, shoe boxes. Any of you guys like that? Like collect all this stuff in your room until somebody tells you got to clean it up? I was a little like that. Best of all, she liked big boxes. So she was happy indeed one sleepy summer day when even her sometimes friend Fats Watson was out of town to see a truck deliver a great tall box. It came on a refrigerator. "Oh, how grand and new," Christina's mother said, looking at the refrigerator. "It is. Oh, it really is," Christina said, looking at the box. Refrigerators aren't that exciting. There we go. She quickly claimed the box for her own and dragged it under the apple tree. To Mother, who was very neat and tidy, it seemed that boxes were for basements or trash barrels, not for front yards under apple trees. I think that was my mom. But she decided that it couldn't hurt. It couldn't possibly hurt for one day or two to have the big box in the front yard there under the apple tree. So her mom could see how happy she was with the box, and she let her keep it. That afternoon, Christina's father cut a window and door in the box. Christina painted on turrets, a drawbridge, and bolts for the door, and the box became a castle. Oh, how fun. Inside, she put sticks on the window for iron bars, and she brought in all her cups and saucers and a lot of fig Newtons in case there was a battle and she couldn't get out. Doesn't that look like fun? Use your imagination. For 2 days, she and her bears lived and played in her castle peacefully. She got all her little bears there. Brought the bears in. Who's this? You think that's her friend, Fats Watson? I don't know. Until Fats Watson came home. He sneaked into her castle while she was out to lunch and ate all her fig Newtons. And she locked him in until he hollered, "I'm sorry," 15 times. When she finally let him out, Fats gave Christina's castle a kick, and over it went, smack on its side. Well, that wasn't very nice of him. I think he needs a time out. Mother came out and saw the fallen box. "I see that's the end of the castle, Christina," she said with a smile, and started to haul it away. "But it's no castle," Christina said, hauling it back. "That's my clubhouse." Oh, it's got a new use. And it was for 3 long days right there under the apple tree. Christina changed the window to a door and the door into a window. She put in 2 benches for members and a chair for the president. And she painted "Keep Out, Members Only," and "Danger to Enemies" on the outside. Look at that. She's got it all set up. It's still under the apple tree. What do you think? Is her mom happy? And she let Fats join. Well, that was nice. She forgave him. Then they met in the clubhouse, which was very dark when the door was closed and very secret. And they spit on a nickel and swore to be friends forever. And they were. Look, she's down here as the president. He's a lookout. That's very handy to have. Until one day, Fats got angry at always being vice president. He climbed on the clubhouse roof and promised to sit there until Christina made him president. What's going to happen if you sat on a cardboard box? Uh-oh. Only the roof caved in first, and Christina disbanded the club. Disbanded. You know what that means? Means she said, we're not going to have a club anymore. We just got rid of the club. When Mother saw the sat-in box, she brushed her hands together. Now she would have her nice, neat yard. Well, she said, that is the end of the clubhouse, and she tugged it towards the street. That's no clubhouse, said Christina, tugging it back again. That's my racing car, Hermione, and I'm late for a race. She named it after the girl in Harry Potter. That was pretty good, because Harry Potter hadn't been written when I was a kid. She was ahead of her time. Look at that car. Oh, my goodness. Before speeding off, Christina put the top on the bottom, turned the window into a cockpit, and on the side painted two magnificent curling silver horns, which she blasted at Fats every time she rounded the apple tree. Look at that. Still under the apple tree, though. There she is. That's a pretty good car. For 2 days, she raced around the yard and won every time. I would quit letting Fats play in my yard if I was her, until Fats said he'd take a look at the motor, that it didn't sound quite right. When he cut off the nose to get at the motor, the car collapsed. Poor Christina, what's going to happen? You're right, I heard several of you say it. Mom is going to try and get rid of that box. Christina's mother was relieved. Well, that's the end of the racing car, she said, and she pulled the cardboard toward the trash barrel. But that's no racing car, said Christina, pulling it back again. That's the floor of my summer mansion, and I'm going to have a ball. And she did, right under the apple tree. How's she going to make it a mansion? Look what she did. She laid it out flat. She patted the box out flat and drew furniture on each flap. A stove and refrigerator for the kitchen, a bed for the bedroom, and a grand piano and a violin for the living room, so there would be music for her ball. That was very good thinking. Then she and her bears and Fats dressed in gowns and high heels, and they invited kings and queens and some presidents and one vice president to come. And everybody came, and they danced and danced until their feet hurt, and they had to take off their shoes. Even without shoes, Christina had a wonderful time. Until Fats decided the floor needed scrubbing. He sprayed it down with the garden hose and mopped it until the floor puckered and grew lumpy and finally fell apart. Oh, no. Do you think Christina can save it this time? I'm not sure. When Mother came out a little later and looked at her front yard, she shook her head and said, well, and then, is this the end of your grand floor? What floor? Asked Christina, who was running by. Oh, you mean that old raggedy box? Let's throw it away. Mother breathed a sigh. At last she could have her nice, neat yard. But quick, Christina said. Why would she have to be quick? Fat's mother got a washer and dryer today, and he's bringing 2 ships down now. I said my mother wouldn't mind a bit if we sailed them here in our front yard, right under our apple tree. Oh, my goodness. Look, there they are. They made ships. All right. This story has been around a while, and kids still play in boxes, and I did when I was your age. I want you to think. If you had a big box, if you had the refrigerator box or the washer-dryer box or just a big Amazon box, what would you make? So if you get bored later and want to draw a picture from his fair, she'll show them to me about what you would make with your box. Thank you very much for letting me read to you today.